Hi everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. First, I want to say happy bullshit Labor Day. And not a new old order holiday that doesn't exist for these silly sheep. Bah. Anyway, this is going to be a response to more of Diana Boston's rhetoric, emotional bullshit, and the lies that she has told, and I'm going to share with the world the bullshit that most feminists are on, and how they cannot address the man's complaints, or anybody who does not support their fucked up ideology of feminism and being anti-male and being misandric and blatantly sexist against men, for that matter. So I'm going to show you the tactics that they use and how entertaining it is and how you should handle them and how you don't, so especially to your man Jenna, so you don't have your tail between your legs anymore, and realize that if you don't value yourself as a person, if you men don't value yourself as a man, if you men don't value yourself as a man, a real woman will not value you nor respect you, because you don't respect yourself, and that's why she will be able to treat you like dog shit, as they have been doing for the last 50 years. So enjoy.
Time for a video. Video response, long coming. But it's not really a video response to anyone in particular. It's just kind of a video to kind of keep everybody up to speed as to what's going on. So Dwayne Holloway has decided a while back to leave Crazy Bill and his TFL group of idiots. And so Dwayne's made some videos, and many people are supportive and congratulating him as he's moving away and taking control of his life and wants to have a life, unlike the TFL total fucking losers that they are. So what's happened?
Well, how are we? That's the question I like to know. How are we total fucking losers? Total fucking losers. You know what I noticed, Diana? How come every time you make a video towards TFL, and sometimes with the MRAs, but I know TFL gets under your skin. If we're so dumb and if we're so total fucking losers, why do you keep making videos bashing us? That's what I'd like to know. And how come you have banned anybody from commenting your video?
Moving away and taking control of his life and wants to have a life, unlike the TFL total fucking losers that they are. So what's happened is, because I left some supportive comments on some of Dwayne's videos, and I left it a couple of video responses, because I really am happy that he's actually left this group and he's going to have a life of his own, and that he's working on having a life of his own. Bill and the rest of his, incompetent, impotent fools have, trolled me in my blog TV for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh my god, let me show you. She said it again. More name calling.
Bill and the rest of his, incompetent, impotent fools have, trolled me in my blog TV for the last 3 or 4 weeks, have made countless videos trolling me.
Look who's talking. Quite the hypocrite. We haven't been trolling you, you've been coming after us. And your Manjana buddies and Captain Saberho buddies, your bootlicking, toe-sucking faggot Manjanas, have been trolling us, and you're trying to use Dwayne as a pawn to come after us, make yourself look good, as a way to discredit what we're saying is true. You call us names. I really like an explanation. Why don't you address the points that we make? If we're so wrong, then it's easy for you to come up with a respectful, polite, diplomatic, civil debate. Right? Not only that, you can come up with an intellectual rebuttal with facts, not emotions. I mean, if we're so wrong, and if this doesn't exist, then why? Well, if this is a conspiracy theory, then I guess rape is a conspiracy theory. I guess violence, women facing violence and encountering rape and murder by men, and then encountering most of the serial killers. Most of the male serial killers kill women. Actually across the board, both men and women, when they become serial killers, they usually kill women mostly. So you so far. And yes, I checked into your show. Bill has not checked into your show until later on. But he already explained that to you. But you do no research. He ain't thinking about you. We ain't thinking about you like that. But it's funny how you just talk about us all day, or you troll some MRA's page or some men's rights activist page, page or blog or website, or a man who's fed up with the injustice of the misandry that's going on in Western society and globally as well. But you don't do none of that. All you do is hurl up insults, ad hominems, and emotional insults. And then you talk about lacking sex when that's not what. Let me tell you this: if it was about sex, then we would just lie to you and tell you what you want to hear and stroke you to death and manipulate you just so you can have a bullshit complaint to be a man-hater and to be a bitter bitch like you are.
Is because I left some supportive comments on some of Dwayne's videos, and I left a couple of video responses.
You don't care about Dwayne, and you're like, you don't give a fuck about him. You don't give a fuck about him. You're just using him
because I really
you're using Dwayne as a pawn to come at us, which is weak.
That was a bitch move.
I really am happy that he's
right,
etc. And I find them really hilarious because they just make him look like a fool. But there's a thing that Bill likes to preach. He likes to preach about being honest and treating others as you would want them, treating others as you would want to be treated yourself. He has all these morals and these principles.
That's right, we have morals. We're not like you, Diana, who has no morals. Who treats someone the way they don't want to be treated, who stereotypes people out, and going by your eugenics, your looks, and you believe in Nazi Germany, even though you're a Jew yourself, and I'm pretty sure you know your history about the Holocaust, right? Since you claim to be Jewish, the Jews were in Germany, and they were in concentration camps, and they were damn near exterminated. So you love Adolf. So the thing is, since you believe in eugenics and this evolution crap you were talking about in your blog TV show, I guess you should your ancestors who were Jews who got damn near killed by the Germans, extinct. If they didn't survive, you wouldn't be here. You should have been dead a long time ago. Probably wouldn't have to deal with your undesirable asshole self.
That he spouts. but he doesn't practice them. He never practices them. And so I found this video in his collection today, and this is him, I believe shortly after Dwayne left, the Total Fucking Losers.
What you call feminists? The total fucking bitches. The total fucking cunts. Name calling, name calling, name calling. And that video that she's about to play in her video, that video is almost 3 years old. 3 years old. And that's when Dwayne left the movement prior to that. And then after when Dwayne left the movement, Dwayne kept trolling Bill and attacking him and trying to bash him because he fell for the groupthink, and he listened to you feminists, you mangianas, and you atheists, you all you motherfucking Nazi motherfuckers who believes in eugenics and believes in if people don't look a certain way, they should die off, and people who don't have a certain IQ should die off. And you're right, people should die off because your IQs for y'all people who are sheep and ignorant, and you don't care about your oppression. You're a slave to the system. You're sheep. You treat people the way you don't want to be treated. You fall for the New World Order. You're doing everything that the elite bankers want you to do, and you support the New World Order by the way people treat each other, and the way you behave, and you don't have no morals. So because of that, and because of these things, that's why this is why World War III needs to happen. This is why the foreign troops need to invade us and kill us and rape you bitches, definitely, and kill you off, so that we can start fresh. Isn't that right? You love Hitler.
Making a parody video of Dwayne, and this is how much Bill's morals and his little moral codes that he likes to spout off. This is how much they mean to him. They're private. It's private. So, you have it now. Oh, I would love to see it. Oh, no, it's public. Okay. So, yeah, that's what these people do. I mean, they just go around together in a little mob, and they make, it's funny because consistently for the last year and a half or so, they've gone after people and called them, racist, bigots, transphobes, homophobes, whatever, phobia-phobes. They're always the ones to do it. And it kind of makes me think, like, if they're going around doing all this stuff, they're the ones that really have the problem, right? That's kind of what I think, I mean, why would you do something like that? I mean, unless you're just being a dishonest fucking idiot, which they are, so. Oh. I know, but why would you even be included in it in the first place? I don't get the connection how you would be included. You've not made any videos in the past. And I think I know who's behind that. And you know who I think it is too. Maybe that's why you were included.
$4.95 a month.
I'm getting a little warm. I'm going to put a lighter shirt on, so I'll put up a nice picture while I do it. Let's look at Bill again. Let's look at Bill. Yeah, come on, Bill. Well, get a good look. Oh, and if anybody wants to use this artwork in a ponage video or anything else, just let me know. And you know, if you want any artwork from me, just let me know, and I'll do it. I have fun doing it. I have lots of fun doing it. I didn't really spend too much time on this. I mean, I could have done a much better job, but
can you please, bitch, address the points that we make?
You get the point.
Agree to disagree?
Yeah. Exactly.
If you ever want to get in touch with Diana, this is her name on Skype.
Really quickly. I mean, it was only up for an hour.
See, she don't like truth. This is what you get. My thing is, why do you have to ban people? I mean, I understand stupid ass comments, man, but if they're coming with points of substance and complaints, valid complaints, you mean to tell me that you can't find no common ground? All I can say about Diana Alexandria, all I can say about this bitch, she's a parasite, a low-life piece of shit. Cockroach shit, if you ask me. She don't, I mean, it's funny when she does a blog TV show, right? You try to come on there, man, and she just blocks you. What is that? Even if it's a person that you have, I don't even have no UT beef for this bitch. Even though she has trolled my channel, man. See, I can, you know, whatever goes down, I just move. I keep pushing. I learn from it, and you move, and you try to progress forward. You know, even if you have different viewpoints and different ideologies, you know, that doesn't mean we can't reach a common ground. And this is her Skype page. Anyway, like I'm saying is, if we have different ideologies and one thing, but if we can't, you know, it's like this bitch is talks a lot of shit, and her mangina dog, pussy with faggot, bigot, desert laser racist. Yeah, I found out that you were from inside sources. You know, it's like because it's funny about Desert Laser is this, man. The way he, I mean, in some of his clips, he takes these sample ass type of movie clips of black men being abused and oppressed, and he gets some kind of gratification about that, and mockery of men of color suffering, black men just being oppressed and abused and raped in prison. And talk about emasculation, I mean, name calling. He can't even refute points. He don't show his face. He don't show his face at all. He don't make a video expressing his own opinion, showing his real face. He just takes videos and just twists them. Same with Diana. Oh, Diana will show her ugly face, but she will miss the fucking point. and try to twist videos around and manipulate them, and she trolls men's sites and wants us to just be quiet, man, and just be. I mean, if you're truly the alpha female, wouldn't you be just bold enough to let us come in the show? And you were like, she was talking nothing debatable, but now we're coming in respectfully. Now, is it okay? I mean, how come you just can't have a casual conversation without all the gender, with just dropping the gender war? Just have a casual conversation and just talk about some real life things and try to learn from one another. No, you don't do that. Because she's just a bitter old bitch. That's all I gotta say. I mean, she's so tough, but she won't get in no debates, or she'll go around any point that we make or any complaint and try to blame it back on the men. Followed by her weak ad hominem attacks, male character assassination. She attacking your manhood. If you're a woman who speaks out against feminism and don't support it, and you defend men, and you're fair about, you're not one-sided, you're for equality, then she attacks your womanhood. She'll bash men and call you misogynist. She'll use straw man arguments to prove her points with irrelevant, but that's irrelevant to the argument, and then other emotional bullshit that she's famous for. And come up with some bullshit justification of why the man is suffering, even though she knows it's wrong. And talk about, you guys do this and you guys do this, and then you talk about the good and the nice guy and the bad boys and all of that stuff. You make a clear distinction, but when it comes to some negative stuff, you blame all men. I mean, the way feminists, not necessarily to debate, but it's like they can't agree to disagree because they never grew up. Everything just gotta be their way and cater to them. All she does, this bitch, just calls names. And the most funniest argument is that she talks about sex and lawsuit against it, but promotes it. But she talks about women being victims of sex and all this stuff. And then when the man has complaints about his issues with women, then she makes some childish ad hominem. Oh, you guys can't get laid. And I'm like, 10 minutes ago, you were talking about how you hate sex. But you're okay for women to dress slutty and do slut walks. I mean, these bitches just are delusional. They want to claim that they're anti-sex, asexual, but complain about why men don't find them attractive and don't find them sexy. And then when you find them sexy, they want to get a gun and shoot you.
Hey YouTube, I just came back from the mall and something really bad just happened. This guy came up to me and I swear, I thought he was a hobo. The funny thing is, he is a hobo. And I know he's a hobo because I saw him begging for change in front of Tim Hortons last year. And like, that kind of pisses me off because then I see him like, whatever he's injecting in his skin under the bridge near my house. And then this really cut it for me. He came out to me thinking he looked like some slick ass motherfucker, and he's just like, I haven't had sex for 2 years. That's fucking disgusting. Do you think I care if you've gone ass in the last 2 years? Hell no, I don't even care about his sexual needs. Like, he was trying to get something from me, but I don't do that. I would rather jump into a woodcutter. Like, he's lucky I did not scream on top of my lungs and call him a pervert. And I didn't know I had it in me. I never knew I would give him a reaction like I did. I looked like a total snob too. I was just like, excuse me? And I walked off like a boss. And I don't feel sorry for him because he just got rejected. So here's a kind message for everybody in the world. Do not do that to me because you have no chance whatsoever.
You know, A lot of people will maybe try to explain that away and go, well, they just want to see you happy. No, that's bullshit. Okay, it's called entitlement, and it's because men live in a sense of privilege, thinking that they're the ones that that matter, right? I mean, they can walk around with, you don't see women going up to guys going, smile, 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 all the time. That doesn't happen. Right? I mean, seriously. And please don't come in my comment section and go, yeah, but one time I did see a woman do that. Okay? Because that's just the cop-out answer for the fact that street harassment and this kind of shit happens all the time to women. That's just a bullshit cop-out. And if you say that, then I know that your IQ is less than 100. Okay? So don't fucking say that to me. But it's entitlement. You are going to stop what you're doing, and I'm going to demand your attention even though I don't know who you are, and you're going to look in my eyes, and I'm going to sit there and gloat over you. Now, I wish I had mace on me at the time, but I didn't have any mace. But I talked to my friends later about it, and I'm gonna get a gun permit. I'm gonna start carrying a gun. 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 It's just that simple.
Unless you're Brad Pitt. Our complaints, our complaints on the men's side is, majority of them are fucking valid. I can't speak for all men, but it's consistent. Even with men who are from two different economic classes, economic, race, these differences, these cultural differences, even the ones who are not pro-MRA, but for some odd reason, we got the same complaint and the same problem with women. And you women, what's your complaint? Because if it's the only thing that y'all have in common is taking up for each other, even when they're dead fucking wrong. But when men take up for somebody, and I'm saying when he's in the right, because men most of the time will not take up for another man when he's dead wrong. But when the man's in the right and another guy stands up for him, you want to call him gay. But the only man who's a gay and a man who's gay and a man vagina or faggot are the men who stab their own gender in the back just to get their dick in the hole. But you can't distinguish that. But she's funny. She does make me laugh. I mean, I saw that 5. I mean, when are you gonna show me your feet, bitch? God, I like to see your feet. Something attractive.
But there's a thing that Bill likes to preach. He likes to preach about being honest and treating others as you would want them, treating others as you would want to be treated yourself. He has all these morals and these principles that he spouts, but he doesn't practice them. He never practices them. And so I found this video in his collection today, and this is him, I believe shortly after Dwayne left the Total Fucking Losers, making a parody video of Dwayne. And this is how much Bill's morals and his little moral codes that he likes to spout off, this is how much they mean to him.
Okay, and stuff like that. Anyhow, first off, I would like to talk a few things and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff like that about that damn psychopath Bill 122460.
That's about the only thing you got right in this whole video, is that you're a psychopath, a misogynist, an impotent fool. See, this is absolute proof that Crazy Man doesn't practice what he preaches, is a lying, disingenuous pig who's only out to create more problems and harass somebody who just doesn't want to be a part of their little gaggling group of idiots anymore. And he's been harassing Dwayne for weeks, I suppose. I don't know the exact day that Dwayne left, but it's been going on for a little while. And now these assholes have made a clone account based on Dwayne's account. And they're the ones that want to call themselves honest. They're the ones that are so concerned, like Bill's video about how he was so concerned about his male friendship. Come out of the closet, man.
You first, Diana. You come out the closet. Ad hominem attack, insult. Keep being derogatory, because I mean it doesn't hold. What you say don't hold no substance. Now, I told you before, Dwayne left around May. If you want to know the truth, the information, I'll hook you up with the link. The only person who's the truth of the matter is, Bill, we have morals. Bill has morals. I have morals. And people, like-minded people like us, have morals and don't support your bullshit of matriarchy. The thing is, the reason why you're attacked. I mean, if we have nothing to say, and if everything we're saying is a bunch of nonsense, why do you keep coming at us? Why do you attack us? Why are you trying to start beef? Why are you even lying? It bothers you that we have morals, because you don't have morals. That's why you were a miserable bitch. You don't have no morals. You come out the closet. You're a man-hater. You're impotent. Yeah, you're impotent. You're very ugly. You're very hostile. You have a disrespectful disposition towards men. But without men, you wouldn't have your female privilege of feminism, which is funded by the elite. And I know you want to say that doesn't exist. Like I said, well, I guess your cause of women's suffrage doesn't exist. I guess rape doesn't exist. Your street harassment doesn't exist. You feel me? I guess the guy that you claim street harassed you, well, just because he was undesirable, because he wasn't Brad Pitt, didn't have dollars coming out of his pockets. You talk about male. I mean, the problem is we don't. You do prove one point. When it comes to men being friends and having a strong brotherhood, it doesn't exist. It's because of mangina. Because we have too many manginas and too many males being influenced by matriarchy, told to hate themselves and have male guilt for shit that didn't even happen. Shit was a lie and propaganda. Women were never oppressed in the West. There's proof that back up that statement. Feminism was funded by the elites, the elite bankers, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds. Yeah, your Zionist Jewish elite funded feminism, followed by the CIA to break up the family, to have moral fucking breakdown. That's why you fucked up. You don't have no morals. Dwayne is just fucking with us because of the fact that he's mad. I don't know why, because I wasn't there. But you gotta ask Dwayne, because truth of the matter is, people are too weak-minded. The thing is, I feel bad for Dwayne is that it's people like you who stereotyped him out and labeled him as an undesirable, judged him in 1 to 5 seconds to the point where he's stuck in his room. You killed this person. You abused this person savagely, tortured this person savagely to the point of why they're in this predicament that they're in. And as far as obesity, yeah, that's done by the elites. Yeah, the government. Yeah, poisons in the food, poisons in the water. these genetically modified foods is the reason why you're fucked up in the head. That's why, I mean, chances are you're fucked up because you're on your medication. I want to play some more, and and you know what's sad, Diana? What about you, Diana? What is sad is that you have to go to the TFL Warhammer channel to flag one of my videos down that was up there, or your feminazi sisterhood, or your man John is like Desert Laser. He's obsessed with me. He needs to come out the closet. But I don't swing like that, Desert Laser. And my question is, Diana, since you don't have no morals, and you're a prostitute, how much did you charge? How much would you charge for a foot fetish, for having your toes sucked, licked and worshipped? Since you like to throw off this immature, rebuttals and comments and these statements of not getting laid, when TFL is not about getting laid, like I said before, nobody is going to be. Most of the good men aren't on here speaking out about their grievances about women. The bad boys and the assholes and the jerks don't give a fuck. That's why they ain't on here speaking out. Because they ain't got no problem fucking with bitches. They're part of the problem. They're the same motherfuckers who would dump on their own male gender just to get laid. And then you bitch and blame us for what you picked. Because you on your fucking pedestal on high horse. The truth of the matter is, Diana Boston, like many other feminists, like Boundless Eyes, Christine Peace, Rebecca Lawson, these females hate what we're talking about and hate the MRA movement, men's rights activism, and hate men who speak out against women, want to call us misogynists and all that stuff, these weak-ass ad hominem attacks, and call us gay for men uniting and coming up with solutions to the problem. Is because of the fact that they want to defend female privilege. That's what it comes down to.
Everybody wants to say I live on government money. Okay, so since our psychotic Bill 42460 tells everybody I live on government money, I want to show you something, folks. My daddy retired from the railroad, and I was married to him. So because I was married to him, they gave me his pension when he passed away. And I want to show you something. See?
You should take that envelope and shove it right up your ass. You are showing right here and now that you don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. TFL is not a fucking game. It's not a game. You may think it is, and you may like to harass people who don't want to be a part of it anymore, but you only make yourself look like an absolute fucking fool. You're the one that lives to harass people who don't want to be a part of your movement. You live in front of the computer and the television, you impotent fuck. No, I'm sure your right hand or your left hand isn't lazy, right? Or maybe we should have a Blog TV charity event to get you a fleshlight. Oh, you disgusting pig.
Bear with me.
This is absolutely disgusting.
Excuse me, folks. Just take me a minute. A psychotic Bill 42460. I got a few things to say to you. I'm going to put every conversation we ever had and stuff like that in the more next to this video, folks, so you can download and see it yourself. Of course, it's going to take me a little while because I got a lot of editing.
Nobody's interested in that. Nobody's interested in that. People are being positive with somebody who's being positive with themselves. But you don't understand that, do you? You're not even a man, okay? You're impotent, but you're not even a man. You're a bug. That's what you are. You're a bug. You know what, you dumb cow? You control me all you want. Do you know why I don't answer your trolling and why you've made all these videos without a response from me? Is because, well, first of all, you don't even know how to spell. You don't understand English grammar. I think you have nothing more than maybe a third-grade education. You're a misogynist. You are you're dishonest. You are manipulative and controlling, and you're crazy with your whacked out theories about Cassie Dill being paid off because now she's a part of the CIA or some bullshit that you talked about. I mean, I realize that I'm dealing with a complete whacked out nut job. I realize that that's what I'm dealing with. So when you make all your little trolly videos and you come into my blog TV for weeks on end, I laugh at you. We all laugh at you. Do you understand that? We're laughing at you. And no, I'm happy that Dwayne isn't a part of your crazy bullshit anymore. That's a fact. You make it sound like, well, people are trying to hide that. Nobody's trying to hide that. Most people on YouTube realize what a bunch of impotent, crazy, moronic idiots that you are. So any guy that manages to get away from you lot and manages to move on with his life is going to get that kind of positive attention, is going to get encouragement from lots of people.
Diana. You are way off base. You don't even know Bill personally, never talked to him, never had a conversation, but you know so much about him. You like to just like every idiot, you like to assume for him and everybody else who has a valid complaint about how you women are on your fucking pedestal, you're stereotyping out men, you're dumping on us, ridiculing us, shitting on us, backstabbing us, lying to us, manipulating us, using the system, the legal system, the government, to come after us and keep us in line. You have all the say-so in the dating scene and all the pick. You talk about, I got some feminism. How we spell feminism? So you feminazis like to call us TFLers, and you like to mock the True Force Loneliness movement. You like to disrespect the name, disrespect the title with your fucking immaturity and your ignorance, calling it total fucking loser. And I would like for you to define how in the hell are we total fucking losers for being man enough to speak the truth, man enough to speak out against wrongdoing. We're not passively accepting evil. That's not a virtue. So you feminists want to come up with y'all bitches and you fucking faggot manginas want to come up with your fucking definitions of TFL and what it stands for with the letters. Okay, two can play at that game. Do you know what feminism stands for? Feminism. FEMINISM. Do you know what feminism stands for? By letters. By letter. The letters stand for when you break it down, what the letters stand for feminism. female, extremist, menstrual, irritating, narcissistic, insane, sadistic, menace. That's what y'all bitches are. Female, extremist, menstrual, irritating, narcissistic, insane, sadistic, menace, cunts. Of a dumbass cunt. You like to call names, make ad hominem attacks, male character assassination. You don't even know what a real man is. You're not even a real woman. You're impotent. But you're not a feminine woman. You have been brain raped. This comes from a person who don't do no research, but runs her fucking mouth. Doesn't even know what goes on with TFL. And you're right. I do agree with you. You are correct about TFL. It's not a gang. It's a support network to help people. But you don't know that. You never took the time to look that up. I mean, you called us every name in the book, but you have yet to address any of the points, any of the complaints, any of the grievances, any of the issues that we have made. You have yet to address it. Let alone look into it. Let alone come up with an intelligent rebuttal. Have a respectful debate. Agree to disagree. You have done none of that. But insult us and put us down. And I don't know why you call him Bill a cow. You're the cottage cheese face, yeast infected cunt who's just running her fucking mouth. I mean, you're a clown. Too much makeup. You got you got to be careful. Next time you're sitting across from your computer, do not show your fat, pale, white thigh. And another thing that is really not attractive, you doing it's annoying. You talk about Bill not being educated. Look at you. Who uses in every goddamn sentence? Every single time? Look who's talking. I mean, obviously your intelligence is it's less than 10. You're dumb. You're very ignorant. You are what the elite want. The government is just clapping their hands. The dynasty elite families who created this New World Order, which goes back thousands of years, hundreds to thousands of years, are just happy because this plan worked. You got moral breakdown. You have the feminist movement to create division and infighting. You have women placed on the pedestal where they're a slave to the government, and which is going to be their downfall because the government doesn't give a fuck about them. For God's sake, you're run by a bunch of misogynists. Those elites, they are misogynists, and yet you're listening to them and you confide in them. How stupid are you? If Bill has a third grade education, then I guess you have a kindergarten education. Because the way you talk and the way you just address things and the way you communicate, it's really fucked up. You really are retarded. Your ass look like you still got off the fucking short yellow bus. You have yet to address the points that we make, and you have made video after video about us. You can attack us and you respond, and then you play victim. And you think you can fool the people? You can fool the public. You can fool people. Let alone false flag. You call names. You don't know what we're about, but you know what we're talking about, and that's why you're irritated. Dwayne Like I told your bitch ass before, Dwayne is the one who's trolling and harassing TFL members. For some odd reason, he froze a group of people who cared about him, regardless of what happened with their disagreements. He froze us underneath the bus. Then when people try to check on him and see if he's alright, he spits on us. He talks about he has all these conversations, all these recorded conversations, then waits 10 months later, then starts creating these chat lists and rewriting this whole story of what happened instead of just putting it out there the minute it happened. He waits 10 months to make this case against TFL and Bill and Robert, and then myself is included. He pulled this bullshit way back. Maybe ask questions. I mean, we ain't thinking about fool. We ain't thinking about that fool. He's the one that's making clone accounts coming at us. We don't make no clone accounts. We have backup channels because of you idiots cannot handle the truth and it hurts your feelings. And then you're trying to demonize us. Take everything out of context. It's like, if y'all so against us, then why do you come after us? Show you an example of how you come after us.
This is Empress Winona here, coming to you from my lair of lost innocence. And you will be happy to know I am offering free sessions to anyone who has contact information on that psychotic, bitter man, Bill 122460. Bill, you may want to know that your supposed followers are already turning on you, and that, my friend, is called the power of the pussy. Not that anyone will ever get to see it. Hell, they'd be lucky to even get to sniff it, and that would be on a really, really good day. I am all about deprivation, denial, and you are not worthy. Foot fetish. You will love the instep of my high-arched foot. You will adore my naturally white tips on my fingernails, known as a French manicure, which some women pay an awful lot for, but mine come naturally. So, and you, Bill, let me get to you now. You subordinate little fuck. You are inferior to me. You are the lowest of the low. You would be lucky to even be graced with my presence in the same room, let alone have me date you. You are pathetic. And you know what? This little friend who goes on about this, the pussy renaissance is over, as if the power of the pussy is a goddamn fashion or a trend. Pussy will never go out of style, people. You know why? Because of something called testosterone, and it tends to crave it from the hetero male.
No, bitch. It's called, you're dealing with a mangina. It's called too many manginas. And the promotion of female live, female backwards moral breakdown, sexual liberation, and the pornography and the fashion industry is responsible for promoting sex, which is the reason why when you force guys to be alone, and I'm not saying this is right, you wonder why you get attacked, and you wonder why some of y'all bitches are kidnapped, tortured, beaten, and raped to death, and then you wonder why you have serial killers, because you create them. You create your own killers. You create your own harm. You create the serial rapist and the serial killer. Pussy has no power. You dumb cunt. You dumb fucker. It does not have no power. Only manginas have stroked you to death because they don't have their minds right, let alone their life together to be that man. So of course they will stroke you and say some dumb shit. You're right about pussy having power. It has a foul smell. It's a biological weapon. Has a lot of diseases. If you do not know how to maintain your womb, it can be used as a biological weapon, and many men have died coming in contact with pussy. And I got news for you men. You're not going to die of lack thereof. Can you show me any statistic, any historical facts? As long as human beings have been alive, as long as animals have been alive for that matter, you know, can you show me where a man has died of lack thereof, let alone where a woman has died of lack thereof dick? You're not going to die from lack of sex. Any organ that pisses and bleeds from the woman's body, and then let alone have kids that come out of that womb, is nothing powerful nor appealing. So you need to shut the fuck up and get your head out of your ass, and to you bitches and you manginas. Watch this bitch talk about eugenics. So she gonna justify forcing men to be alone because she don't have to go without, but she wouldn't like that treatment herself. So survival of the fittest is creating your own killers. So you use eugenics as a justification to treat people the way you don't want to be treated, leading to you creating your own killer. Because a person can take so much abuse of this society and this world that we live in to the point that they fucking snap, and then you wonder why you get killed.
It craves pussy like there's no tomorrow, and pussy doesn't crave cock like that. Your cock does not rule the woman, and it never will. It's a biological, hormonal fact. And you want to know why women are so picky? Selective is another word to use. Because we can become impregnated. We need to be selective to carry on a strong, intelligent species and not weaken it by breeding Neanderthal knuckle draggers from people like you. Anyway, don't forget to visit the website shamelessvamp.com. Find out about getting that free session. And I'm serious, folks.
I mean, you got women threatening us with the law, FBI saying we attacked them, making up false accusations that never took place. They will do anything and everything to bring us down because they don't like what we're saying. Instead of coming up with any logical facts, with facts and logic and real life experiences. I mean, one thing about you feminists, you crying about oppression, abuse, and rape, and most of y'all women have never been raped, never been abused. I'm like looking at the majority of these women who are feminists, and their whole reason for being a feminist is because they fucked with a bad boy, and they got dumped from another woman, or they got rejected by a man. When they have done all the rejecting, all the dumping, all the using, abusing, and the manipulation, playing games with men's emotions and feelings, then you wonder why it happens again. Doing everything they can to shut men up, because we're just supposed to be castrated, effeminate fucktards who are supposed to be yes men. Supposed to be some on-point mangina. Being at your mercy, being your slave, being your bitch. You run stuff, but we take the blame. We have all the responsibility, but you have all the leadership. You're crazy as fuck if that's not how it works. Y'all want us to be on point, good manginas. You don't care about having a good guy. You talk about, doing positive. You have so many men doing positive things, but we're getting still being put down. still getting charged for stuff we didn't do. Because some dude who they picked, women picked the wrong guy, then take it out on the nice guy, the good guy who didn't do nothing to them. To justify why they don't want to treat us right. Which is stupid. Don't sit here and tell another man who's never done you wrong about how kind you were and loving to a guy when this guy was a complete asshole, was not on point, was not established, wasn't about anything, was not intelligent, wasn't about anything positive. But you were with him because he was good looking. He had good swag. Or he's just a guy with a lot of money. But he got above his fucking means. He catered to you. If you cannot validate to a courtroom, to a jury about why you were with the wrong guy, why you keep picking bad boy after bad boy, then cry that you can't find a good guy, but you turn down every nice, good-hearted man that comes your way, talking about street harassment, talking about you're going to get a gun because a guy said hi to you, or just be rude and disrespectful, and then you wonder why you get attacked, or you get socked in the face, get punched, knocked the fuck out. If you cannot validate reason why, if you cannot be honest and be accountable for your poor selection in men, don't ever talk about how you were a good woman and how nice and kind you to a man who didn't deserve it, and you talk about you were disrespected, but then meanwhile you turn around and with cheating on a man, and you lying and deceiving, playing with his feelings and emotions, and moving from one guy to the next guy to the next guy. Meanwhile, you're chasing 95% of the males. No. Meanwhile, you are chasing 10% of the men, while the majority of men are forced to be lonely because of that. If you can't be honest, or you can't validate why you making poor choices, and men, like I said, don't blame us. Don't lie and say that you can't find a good man when you got good men all around, and you ain't looking for that. You just want a man who can get your pussy wet. You just want a man who has money so you can spend it and use him, and then cheat on him, and then take 90% of everything he has, and claim that you're strong and independent. No, you're not. These are the complaints, and how just men are just being disrespected and cheated, and women are just co-signing. The man got his penis cut off, and he had to fucking talk, just making fun and making jokes. Meanwhile, if the situation was in the reverse, you would have an outcry. Any injustice that happens to a woman in America, or in Canada, in the Western Hemisphere, in any Western society, it's taken seriously and addressed. Their complaints are taken seriously and addressed, but our complaints aren't. So it goes to show you how, if you were born with a penis, you're fucked. You're weak. You're an undesirable. You're weak and inferior unless you got the good genes of the looking like a good slave with the eugenic social programming. If you are like a Brad Pitt, then you have a chance. But you're on top, but she's still on our fucking pedestal and still has a pick. And meanwhile, a woman can be ugly, can look like Diana Boston, and she still has men to pick from. How about you address these double standards and these injustices of misandry, because you are sexist, and address why are you sexist. I mean, for Diana's sake, I don't know why she's so bitter and angry. Why don't she fucking share it? Were you molested? Were you raped? Were you abused? Can you share? Can you give us an explanation? Because I seriously like to know. Instead of coming up with insults and name calling, bitch, fuck you and grow the fuck up. I'm out. Peace.